We are getting things going here, and this is a hell of a deal today. We have got coming up at the top of next hour. We have our good buddy Small Hands and his wife Joanna Angel from Burning Angel Entertainment, I guess.
Yes.
They cleaned up at the Adult Video News Awards a couple weeks ago. They won like every award possible. The AVNs are like the Oscars of porn.
I was going to say that.
And,
that's where we're going with this.
And,
I had to make sure. Oh yeah, you should know the show by
that's
now. Hey, you feel me?
We're going to be chatting with them. We've also got Oso in the builder. We're chatting with him here in just a few moments because he's got a couple of events coming up.
Yeah, really.
We
got some major moves coming.
He is getting ready to, as the rappers like to say, get it in where you fit in. And then of course, I always have my 7-foot tall friend who always goes, well, I could get it in where I fit in, but I fit in almost nowhere. So there is that. But Nagy, last night, let's do this. Let's review our excursion to the great city of Wichita, Kansas, Park City, Kansas, which is slowly becoming, oddly, the fight capital of Kansas. I don't know why, but it is. Nico Hernandez last night fought Victor Torres, El Torito, and he won the IBA Americas flyweight title. Am I getting this right? I think that's what it is.
Boxing?
Yep,
right?
Boxing.
Yeah.
And we got
Nagy got some good pictures.
Nagy got some good photos.
You see them all. I'll post more later.
And then we got to watch. It was called KO Night Boxing, and that was the name on the marquee. And they didn't disappoint because the first 4 fights ended in less the first round.
It was unbelievable.
Bam, bam, bam! Everybody got out of there. And then they kept taking TV timeouts because they didn't have any
the ring girls
fights.
didn't even have time to get into the ring.
Ring card girls never got in a ring for the first 4 fights because everything ended in the first round. And so
I would have had to do it. They would have had to fight again. Like, hey, get back in the ring, bro. Like, you can't go down that easy.
So then, and we didn't have anything weird happen last night, which was good because there's always something weird that usually happens at these fights. Like the last fights we went to, a guy was stepping up the ring steps and stepped right through the step and got a piece of the step in his leg. They had to take his ass to the back. And then he pulled the piece out of his leg, and he was madder than hell. So he stomped out there, and he fucking stomped this guy.
Not last night. That was last night.
No. It just, yeah, he just was.
I would have been scared.
He was.
If I was fighting, bro, I'm like, hey, bro, you won, bro. You just took the piece of wood off your leg, like it's that in, bro.
It was like a scene out of Bloodsport. He was ready to go.
Wrap me up.
And so we had that, and then let's see. They ended up doing the co-main event. Oh my God, this thing went 6. What was it? 8 rounds? Something
6,
like that?
I think.
Went 6 rounds. These guys never really hit each other. They just danced around and kind of every once in a while potted each other, and they ruled it a draw.
As they should.
Like,
As they should.
Just a draw. It's like as they always like to say. It's like kissing your sister. And so they get out of there. We're done. So then they got on to Nico, and Nico basically just smashed this guy. Body shots, whole way through. He just smashed through this guy, and then they gave him the belt. And
well, yeah, Victor, he wasn't going to give up.
Victor wasn't going to give up, and
he was taking hard hits. I was like a foot away from the ring. And I was like, how's this guy not going down?
You like that sometimes.
That's why they called it, because he was going to keep going to the end.
He was going to keep going to the end, and at one point his team got up on the corner. They're like, "We got the towel. We're done."
Yeah. Because he was going to get hurt because he just wasn't going to stop.
He wasn't going to stop. It was like his Rocky moment. He was. He was gonna get it in.
Die in the ring. After what you love.
And then let's see, we did that, and then we ran Andrew Duncan from formerly of K-Sun Radio. I shouldn't say K-Sun Radio because he's not there anymore, but ran him back to his location, and then we ended up at Old Chicago. And what's funny is when we were outside after the fight, after the press conference and everything, and all the hoopla was over with, we're sitting there and Nagy's warming up the car because it's snowing everywhere.
Yeah, it's all ice.
It's all ice. It's all snowing. And Nagy's warming up the car. And all of a sudden, this guy who we thought was a good dude, I guess.
Some guy just starts scraping my windshield.
He jumps out of his car and starts scraping the windshield. And while he's scraping the windshield, and then we're like, that's nice. A nice guy.
And then as soon as he left,
Nagy's like,
whole windshield is
he cracked my windshield. We're like, oh, fuck.
Where'd he go?
I don't know. He just zoomed out of there. Just some random guy. Popped out of his car, started scraping the windshield, then he got in his car and left. And I honestly think that the guy probably just didn't know his own strength. He probably didn't realize the ice was that thick. And Nagy has pretty good defrost in his car. And probably what happened is the guy was defrosting, and he was over there scraping, and he probably just applied too much pressure.
The rule is nobody scrapes my windshield ever
Nobody's
again.
allowed to ever scrape Nagy's windshield ever again.
Next time someone starts scraping my windshield, I'll get out of my car and say I'll do it myself.
The rule is don't touch my whip.
Don't touch my whip.
When Nagy posted that, I was imagining like somebody took like a baseball bat to his windshield or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, dang, somebody just got mad at you after the fight. Like, bro, it was a...
Well, to be fair, and I have to do this. To be fair, the only people that were mad at us last night were pretty much the rest of the local media. As it always is.
It's probably one
one media person was like, I work for a real radio television studio.
KSN, KWCH. And what's funny is KSN always shows up at the end because all they care about is Nico. They don't care about the other guys.
The news station.
And then
hey, bro, we were here first.
That's what reminded me of.
Let me talk first, bro.
And what's funny is at one point they got ready to they had made the decision that the guy that was originally going to fight Nico, he was stuck in a snowstorm in Chicago. That's the story they told us.
That's the story.
That's the story they told us. So he couldn't be there, so they had this other guy, and he flew in. He was ready to go. And they huddled, the promoter huddled everybody together, and he goes, I want you guys to know first. He goes, it's not a big deal. You know, we're switching opponents. It's not a big deal. Everything's been cleared. You know, the guy's passed his physicals, everything. So all of a sudden, the chick from KWCH, she goes, I hate to throw her under the bus because I think she's probably a nice lady, but she gets she gets up there, or as Bill O'Reilly says, with all due respect, and then I'm going to bury her ass. So I've got to say, with all due respect to the chick from KWCH, she gets up there and she goes, so the boxing, it's going to be 15 rounds, right? And they're like, huh? And they kind of wandered away. And Andrew Duncan's over here going, they haven't done 15 rounds since the 80s. What is she? She was trying to explain boxing to people and was saying that it was 15 rounds and 5 minutes and all that. But, well, you've never seen boxing ever, apparently. So then the KSN people showed up, and they were just there for Nico. They didn't give a shit about the other guys. And then when we got done, we go to the press conference, and you'll appreciate this being in media, sir. They went and everybody asked individual questions. And KSN and KWCH are standing right next to each other, and they asked Nico the exact same question.
At the same time, or like
right after each other?
Right after each other.
They just wanted to talk. That's what it was.
KWCH went, well, how did it feel to strap that belt on at the end of the night? And Nico and
the question shouldn't have been even asked in the first place, let alone twice.
And Nico's like, yeah, it felt pretty good, man, you know, blah, because he's just a real soft-spoken kid. And then KSN goes, Nico, how'd it feel to strap that belt around your waist at the end of the night? And Nico's sitting there, and he's kind of got this look on his face like, just answered that question. And his dad, Lewis, is sitting over here going, what? And Nico goes, felt pretty good, man, blah, blah, blah. And he answered it the exact same way, but different. And then they both stood there like, we've accomplished something. And I'm like, you just asked the same friggin' question. And I think the only reason they did that is because KSN wanted to use that question, but they didn't want to use the voice from the KWCH lady. And KWCH asked the question because they didn't want to use the KSN voice. And I'm like, oh my God, who cares?
You gotta use
The only time that happens on the Jiggy Jaguar show is when John's mocking me when I ask my question. So he'll ask the same question just to sit there and mock me.
It happens.
It happens. So we got done with all this, and we did some interviews, and then we went, jump in the car, and we got ready to leave, and he's warming up the car, and Andrew's smoking a cigarette, and all of a sudden this fucking random guy is leaving the parking lot, jumps out of his truck, and runs over and starts scraping the ice. And we're like, oh, well, that's nice. And then he jumps in his car, and he drives away, and Nagy's like, who was that guy? And he's like messing with his camera on it, or messing with his cameras. He's looking through photos while he's waiting on the car to warm up. He's like, who was that guy? And we're like, oh, I don't know. And Andrew's like, there's not enough nice people in the world like him. And then we start driving.
It's just a little scratch on the windshield. It's like, no, I don't think so.
And we start driving away. Well, then we had to stop off somewhere because Andrew had to make a pit stop or whatever and go use the bathroom
he almost
somewhere.
didn't make it.
So we stopped off at some place called the Sapphire Lounge, wherever the hell that is, so he could run in and use the bathroom. And while we're sitting there, Nagy's like, that's more than a little scratch. He jumps out of the car and he starts messing with it, doing all this stuff. He jumps back in and he goes, some fucking guy just cracked my windshield. and so then Andrew comes back out and he goes, man, that's a crack in your windshield. We're like, well, duh.
How does that?
In,
it must have been
cold,
just the ice on it.
That's why I gotta get fixed immediately.
Yeah.
Anything touches your windshield.
Anybody touch that windshield, man? Boom.
An ice
It's
scraper.
gonna
Ice
scraper.
That's what I'm saying. An ice scraper. That's weird. Like an ice scraper would cut that deep. Like bro was on last. He must have been nice. Like we were giving the benefit of the doubt. He was being nice. You know what I mean? It was a fight, so he probably had about a couple of 5 beers.
A couple of 5 beers in him.
5 of them trying to be nice and just
$5, $9 beers.
$5, $9, yeah.
I mean, if he had
Oh, those
he
beers are expensive at Hartman.
hopped out of a truck.
Might just been a
Well, the
freak
first
accident with the
initial-
way.
Well,
that-
and that's honestly what and to play up on Jay's point there. I think honestly it was probably just he was trying to scrape the ice, and instead of going from the top and putting pressure on it, he went from the bottom, and it was already defrosting, and he just cracked through the windshield. But who knows? I don't think it was just some malicious guy who came out of nowhere and went, I'm getting these motherfuckers that aren't going to reach that night. I don't think that's what it was.
That's,
but, hey,
we're in
you're
Wisconsin,
listening.
not Philadelphia.
Hey,
This
if you
is a
listen to
Philadelphia.
this, though, if you're listening to this, you owe my man's a windshield. For real, you just try to be nice. You just go 50. You got to at least go 50-50 with 75-25. 'Cause he didn't even ask for your help. So, like, you feel me? You got to just toss my man's like 75% over
Yeah,
the total
that'd be
cost
nice.
of this. You know what I'm saying?
Some
Yeah.
random
I
guy.
second that.
If you're hearing us,
He knows who he is.
Now, you know who you are. You feel
How
me?
many random people just jump out and scrape windshields when it's cold out?
I don't even know. I ain't never on that. I'm from
Oh,
California.
I
Anybody
don't
jump
know
out your
if I'm that
car,
nice.
you take off. 'Cause, like, you don't know.
take
You
off.
don't know what they jumping out the car for. They might have a gun.
In Philadelphia, I saw a live Grand Theft Auto right in front of me.
And me, it's crazy.
I'm sitting at a stoplight, and there's a
crazy,
truck in
bro,
front of
like-
me, and some guy runs over, grabs the car door, I guess opened it because it wasn't locked, throws the guy out of the car, jumps in, drives away.
Nah, it's really like that in San Diego. Like, where I'm from in San Diego is real bad. So, like, you see a lot
Which
of...
is why I live in Kansas.
Terrible stuff. Like, it's crazy.
By the way, speaking of living in Kansas, God,
Yeah.
why am I doing this? Why am I trying to throw Jay under the bus?
Just do it real quick.
Speaking of living in Kansas,
Speaking of living in
a
Kansas,
favorite quote from a friend.
I'm ready. I'm so ready to go live right now about Kansas.
Well, also, and maybe we can, before we go to Jay, I want to, when we went to Old Chicago last night, we met up with Andrew and his girlfriend, and she had some friend that was there with her. These two chicks were like Snapchatting pictures of each other on the phone back and forth. I don't know what that was all about.
Like while they're writing.
They wanted to see who could send each other the ugliest photo of each other.
Well, they were doing the filters. They were using the filters.
I don't know. They were sitting right across from each other and would snap pictures at each other, and I'm like, what is this?
Like snap it and send it, or like just turn it around.
No, snap and send.
They were snap and sending on Snapchat.
Are they my age or are they older or younger?
I think they were a little older than you.
They were older than me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they were trying to be cute.
That's a problem.
And it wasn't working.
That's a problem. Like social media is starting to make it to where it doesn't need to.
Well, Andrew decides to get us a different table. And so we all go over to this table, and he looks at Nagy, and he says, men sit into the inside or something? And we're like, okay. And then Andrew sits on the outside of him at the head of the table. And Nagy's like, he just wanted to sit next to the two chicks and be at the head of the table.
He just wanted to show off.
Yeah, be like that sometimes.
How is that throwing me under the bus?
Well, we're getting there. We're getting ready to throw you under the bus.
We did.
We're getting ready to throw you under the bus.
About New Year's Eve. That's good.
Well, the thing that I'm trying to figure out with you is you do all these postings. You have like these 6 social media accounts. You do all these things. And you talk about how you live out in the middle of nowhere, which you do. It's been well established. She's like Little House on the Prairie with all these guns.
She lives in nowhere.
She lives in the middle of nowhere with like all these firearms and all these weird like so she doesn't believe in hospitals. She just goes and mixes up potions. Potions
I need to see you. I don't mess with the hospital.
She's ready for the apocalypse.
Me too. I promise you, I already told my dad, when I start making the money I want to make, I'm getting a bunker. Immediately, for real,
you are her spirit animal.
Now me and you gotta connect now. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Jay Birdwells and Mr. Oso.
Hey man.
Who knew you guys were like distant cousins?
Hey, it'd be like that. It'd be like that.
Well,
what was that?
That was the intro to a song. Just gonna start breaking it down.
Okay, my question is that you live in the middle of nowhere. You got all this stuff. But you always tell everybody you have no internet connection. How in the hell are you posting on all these social platforms? And you're posting at 3 in the morning with no internet.
I got my cell phone internet, but you can't sit there and put the cell phone internet on a computer.
Okay. Okay.
I mean,
the cell phone internet is supposed to be unlimited, but the fine print says that it's not.
Who do you have?
Verizon.
Oh, you gotta go to T-Mobile. I used to work there, so trust me.
What do you mean it's not unlimited?
Go to T-Mobile. They'll get you right.
T-Mobile has no service here.
Yeah, no service in Hutch.
None. Your computer, they'll sit there.
But she's in the middle of nowhere in Wichita, so near
they
Wichita.
slow you down to dial-up speed,
which is 2G. Yeah, that's like 2G.
And then
that's like
you can't even make a phone call because you were bad.
You're bad. You were very bad.
You're always on the naughty list. So.
You're always on the naughty list.
I do. I schedule posts and I use cafes.
Okay.
So you schedule your posts?
She does Hootsuite probably.
So what? You have them all written out in advance and they just pop up?
Yep.
Well, now
That's
Hootsuite
pretty
screwed
cool.
everything up, so instead of having stuff like way in advance, I can only do it like a week or two at a time.
So wait, you have some of these posts like written up a week in advance?
Some of them, yes.
How does that work? So you
Don't you get excited and just want to post it now?
Yeah, I do that too.
Wait, so when you post, you gotta post like.
Oh my God!
wait.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
now we
so-
opened a whole new world.
So when you post something, that's already done with, happened, and we're
make a
getting
post
old
and it'll go
news.
out instantly. On all 3 accounts.
Because I always wondered that a post comes up and it's your account, then the other account, the other account. How did she post all that stuff on all 3 accounts instantly?
Oh no, you can though. If
it
you
was
post it on one
Hootsuite.
thing, you can link everything together. That's not how my Instagram's linked to my Twitter and Facebook.
Well, no,
And-
multiple Facebook
and
accounts.
She's got like
You-
60 Facebook
So you have to
accounts,
log into
dude.
each one.
You can.
You would have to log into each one. It's
You
like
can make a page. Like you can have a Facebook page, and then you can make like a business page, and you can make like a
Yep.
promo page, and then you just
Yep.
make them all that, and they'll go under one Facebook. So then when you post to it,
Jay makes each one over and over.
oh, so you just keep making them over.
She's got like a Jay
army.
Birdwells. She's got a Princess J. She's got a Princess J
That's 'cause
Birdwells.
on
She's got
Facebook-
JB Wells.
on Facebook, you
And
know,
they say you can't have multiple accounts, but yet this woman's got 95.
yeah, you only can have 5,000.
And the thing that I don't understand, and see this is where, and you're a social media
500
guy,
friends.
you'll be able to
5,000 friends. You don't
you'll
have
be able to
5,000
speak
friends.
to this.
Uh-huh.
She's got like for instance with Nagy. Okay, there was one day I went over. He had some photos, and I went over and was going to copy them and send them to these PR people. So I was trying to get him in for Eminem up in New Jersey. I was going to send him some stuff. So I go over. We'll talk. but I was gonna send him. Up there. Well, you know how like when you open up your Facebook page, you've got your list of friends, in the corner with the photos.
Yeah.
And what was crazy was that all of those photos were J accounts. So what she does is like she'll have like Princess J Bird Wells, and then she'll add you. And then she'll do Jaybird Wells and add you again. And I'm like, why is it?
I only do that for special people where I physically add more than one person to different accounts. I have fans who'll sit there and say, oh, she's got another account. I got to friend this account.
Oh, there you go. That's that word. Fans. There you go. Fans. There, that's what I'm telling you. You can only have so many
she's got
friends.
another account.
They're
Ooh,
all
I got to
fans,
add
though.
that account. So I don't do that all the time. I only do that for
Okay,
personal
hold on. I think we might have to call. Hold on a sec. I've got to figure out how the hell we do this on Skype, because I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can do this. Hold on. I've got a request from somebody. Big Will, who was there at the fights last night. Big Will wants to be on the show.
God, he just requested me.
So we are.
Tap in.
I am gonna try to call Big Will here.
Tap into the show, man.
We're gonna try to call Big Will.
He is something else.
I know it's like the Mario music.
Right?
Hey.
I just want to play.
Okay,
Old
hold on.
school Nintendo.
Send Big Will a message. Tell him I'm gonna call him on Skype. Tell him I'm gonna. Okay, there's Jay. We're gonna call Big Will.
Hey, Jay, you gotta add me on Facebook. But
Yes. Let's.
I only want one request though. Only one. Don't send me 7, because then that's 7 different people I think I just added, and there's only one. And Facebook always sends you the weirdo people. Like they always send
Weirdo
you,
people.
They always send you the
Well-
this is a person, and then you go look and it's like, come see my chat, please. So I just want.
Okay, well,
Okay,
look
where
at
Wait,
where
Princess
is? Do
Huh?
I have Big Will's phone number? I think
Wells.
I
Look
do.
at Princess Wells.
Princess. Are
It's
you
not
you
maxed out
just
yet.
you add me? Oh,
Well,
so
wait a
hard.
sec. Hold on. Wait a second. I think I can do this. Hold on. We're trying to learn how to do this with new technology here.
Okay, moving on.
I am
Moving
going to
on.
see if I can just add Big Will on camera here.
Moving on up.
And maybe he can hear us. I don't know. Can we add him? Because
I just want to say we're an hour in and there's no sign of Jeffro because there was a
Thank
chance
God.
he could show up.
Thank God.
Yeah, who's that? You gotta let me know. You can't just go there.
Can I? You will be able to see his video too. I know. I want to be able to see his video. Okay, hold on. We'll do this. Let's see if we can just call Big Will. I want to just call him. Can I do this?
Jeffro was banned
via the? Well, Jeffro was banned, but Jeffro's got a girlfriend, and
everyone's
apparently,
my ass.
Apparently, he also has. He's an old silly little white kid. He apparently has a black baby mama. So that is got to be. We've got to talk to it.
Nah, yeah, we gotta let this.
It's all over if she comes in here.
So she's gonna keep him in line, right?
I hope to God we can. Let me see if I can. Okay, place. Let's see. Let's see if I can just get Big Will on.
Big Will.
Can I call Big Will?
Me.
Let's see here. Let's try to call Big Will again. You will put this call on hold.
I'm low-key messing with this Skype beat though, like.
I know it won't let me do it. Okay. Did you message him? Did you send him a message? Tell him I'm gonna call him on Skype here in a few. Cause I gotta get Big Will in here. Or maybe. Ah, damn it. Okay. Well, we'll go back to Jay. She is.
What's your Skype name?
Have him call JIGGY.JAGUAR.
So basically just your name.
Yeah, but it's got a dot in between.
You need like a screen. You need like a projector in here so you can see the Skype.
You know, at some point we're gonna get an upgrade going.
Hey man, you gotta get it in here.
I gotta do some upgrades.
That would be dope. So then you can really see.
Well, see, at one point we had my setup, and then we didn't have a co-host desk, and then we had a co-host desk, and then I found this recliner on the street, driving down the street, and I'm like, that looks nice, so we brought that in. And then my old photographer Dave Jennings found me a couch. He's like, my buddy's got this couch. And he worked for a furniture store, and they're like, they're getting ready to get rid of their old inventory.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, they're just getting ready to get rid of it. And I said, okay, well, bring that over. So he brought it over, and then we started slapping the posters on the wall. We got all the stations over there against the wall. I got my freaking setup here. I got all my shenanigans.
My picture.
We'll make it work.
I'm just trying to get all these autographs and stuff from all these.
This is a collection of over like 10 years of doing Jiggy Jag TV on Access and Salina, doing the show here, going down when Jezebel's was open. We'd go down and interview all the featured dancers.
I heard about that when I was like,
yeah, Jezebel's was the shit, man. I love Jezebel's. I refuse to go to Pleasures. I might have to go to the Shady Lady though in Salina because Nagy says that's a new strip club up there. I might have to go.
This girl, she asked me to throw a birthday party for her at a strip club. I was thinking about it. I was like, we might. But me, I'm gonna fly people in, like exotic. I really know.
You're on that Tone Cruise level.
Hey, yeah, I really know some big time strippers. Like I was in the 6th grade. It's this one girl.
In the 6th grade.
Listen, like we was in 6th grade.
Let's go, baby. Talk. What do you got? Hold on. Hold on. I think we're getting a call.
Big Will in the building.
Big Will, maybe. Hold on.
Will.
What happened? What happened to Skype? There's Big Will. Holy shit. Live and in living color, baby. Can you hear us, sir? Uh-oh.
I can't.
I can't quite hear Big Will. I can see him. I can see the big star. Ah, damn it. He might have to run a Skype test or some shit on his end. I don't know. Let me see here. Oh, I heard something. Did you hit a button? I thought I heard him hit a button on his end, because I didn't hit a button here. Oh, damn it. Big Will is like the greatest. This guy, he could cut a wrestling promo on anybody. He is fantastic. He is, you know, at one point in time, I thought Big Will was like on the Jiggy Jag fuck train, you know, because it's easy to say, you know, fuck Jiggy, he's an idiot. It's easy. I make it really easy for people. But then I realized he's kind of like a closet fan of mine. He's just entertained by the fact I'm just this idiot. He's very entertained by my shenanigans. And so he told me one time, he goes, and I don't know, this was like in the middle of the night, so he probably was drunk. But he's like, I'm kind of a supporter of what you do. And he goes, you get into too much trouble with these people out here in these streets, Jiggy. So, because Big Will knows a lot of the same people that don't like me, but they like Big Will. And nobody ever talk crap on Big Will, because Big Will's got like this collection of people that if you start, because like with me, the fuck the Jiggy type train, that train, that's got so many people. It's like one of those San Francisco Bay cars where the people are standing up in the middle holding on to the handle. And but there is no Big Will fuck train, because it just doesn't happen. It will never happen. I think the only person that is on the fuck Big Will train might be Mike Game. But really, come on, Mike Game. But that'll get me a phone call later. I'll just send Keyboy after him, and then we'll have more problems. Let's do this. I'm gonna, cause I gotta get Big Will in here. This is too good not to miss. Son of a bitch. How do I? Too good not to miss. How do I? Okay, he needs
some headphones or something.
He's gonna call me back, maybe.
He needs some milk.
Let me call him, maybe. There's the deal.
I'm gonna have to go on the SoundCloud and just